as soon as everyone tells them the rocket is, ready to go. So they appear really pumped up, and boy, they're going to be on the journey of a lifetime soon.
They sure will be. And that was a NASA official we interviewed this morning talking about the 4 astronauts preparing to blast off tomorrow night. They'll get closer to the moon than we've been in more than 50 years. The Artemis II mission will test a new spacecraft and go around the moon as NASA plans to eventually land there to build a lunar base. Now it takes off from Cape Canaveral in Florida just before 6:30 tomorrow night.
And as you can imagine, the mission is stirring a lot of excitement. So let's go to NBC Connecticut's David Horowitz, who finds out what people are saying before tomorrow's big launch. David.
Yeah, Kevin, Amber, we're here over at Talcott Mountain. What better place to be talking about space than over here? We've got the Astrology Center. That's for students. They also have this major microscope and also just a gorgeous view. But when talking about Artemis II and 50 years ago when man landed on the moon, the difference is for Artemis II, they won't be landing on the moon. The plan is to do so eventually. But experts say this is more of a test drive, and they tell us this is a way to make sure they're prepared come 2028.
So I'm very excited, especially because we're breaking so many boundaries. We're pushing the limits.
It's been roughly 50 years since humans landed on the moon, and Artemis II, which is launching from the Kennedy Space Center in Florida tomorrow, is getting us one step closer to doing so again.
Artemis II is exciting because it is a continuation of our return to the moon.
James White with the Talcott Mountain Science Center and Academy in Avon tells us this mission is a way to get our space legs back.
What Artemis II is going to do is it's actually going to have 4 astronauts going to the moon, making one pass around the moon and then returning to Earth. Just reminding us of what that's like.
White says Artemis II will be critical for testing whether humans can survive in space, prove the spacecraft's work, and help prepare for future moon landings.
Getting humans out into space is a really, really challenging endeavor. It's dangerous. There is a lot of cost associated with getting heavy stuff up into space, getting it to another body, and then landing there, and then setting up living operations.
So why the moon? Well, scientists have found evidence that humans could potentially use the moon as a refueling station.
It looks like when you look toward the lunar South Pole, there's actually significant collections of water ice. They're frozen into the regolith, through that lunar surface material. So we have to maybe worry less about having to transport water to the moon to live there.
It's definitely exciting knowing the opportunities, especially with our advancing technologies.
The 10-day test run will include 4 NASA astronauts climbing aboard the Orion spacecraft, and the first black man and the first woman ever to travel to the moon.
Just doing it, showing that it's possible, it really empowers me to do that in the future.
And granted that Artemis II goes well tomorrow, and that for that 10-day span, then Artemis III will be in 2027. Come 2028, they hope to land on the moon. So some exciting stuff. Again, that's tomorrow, just before 6:30 p.m. Kev, Amber, back over to you.
All right.